Hello there, and this is part 6 of my Strathmore sketchbook. And I got a total of 20 new drawings for you guys, and it's mostly just newer drawings of like like life drawings and more obscure characters I didn't draw in a while. So you're not gonna see the same characters that I usually draw. At least some for us, these some of them at least. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I did a new previous squirrel drawing, obviously, because I love drawing her. So, yeah. Aside from that, most of the drawings are mostly just newer characters, or at least like characters I didn't draw in a while. So yeah. And the reason why I love doing these sketchbook tour videos, even though they don't do well, is because it allows me to talk about my drawings without necessarily having to go to an art gallery or to a local con and stuff. So I will just record and just talk about my drawings that way. Yeah, it's very fun videos to do and stuff. Even though they might not get as much views as, let's say, a flipbook video will do. Yeah, and let's start. So we were left off. It was like a drawing of this long nosed butterfly fish and Knuckles the echidna from Sonic. Yeah, I do fan art as well, so I usually don't do fan art as much. So yeah, so let's start. This is where let's write off and stuff. Here's a go kart drawing, a live drawing of go kart. I didn't. I did many mistakes on here. As you can see, the other drawings I did over this one. I tried as hard as I can to mimic like an actual like real life drawing of go kart, and I kind of messed up a bit, so I had to redraw the drawing again in my own style. Yeah, go karts are kind of hard to draw, especially when like go karts and cars in general. Yeah, they're pretty hard to draw sometimes. Yeah. Here's Figgy the Squirrel again, as usual. Figgy the Squirrel drawing. She's in a cute dress this time. I guess this is like a longer dress than the usual skirt that she usually wears. Yeah, this was like an actual dress. You know, dress that you wear at the like a date or something. Yeah, just the way. Well, at least when if you're a girl, you'll dress like an actual dress compared to actual. Yeah, I guess she's going on a date in this dress and stuff. Yeah. Here's Abby the Bee and Blade the Mantis from Karate Bugs doing like a karate kick and stuff. I guess they're kicking together because they're fighting like a boss enemy. I guess Karate Bugs does have some boss characters in it too, like in a video game. Yeah. I guess you got that. I guess you can say. God, what episode it was? I think it was episode 9 of Karate Bugs where they fought like a main like boss character and they team up against them and they fight them and stuff. It's pretty fun. Yeah. And I guess episode 12 where they fought the crab Mr. I guess that crab character. It was kind of like Mr. Krabs from but it's my version of Mr. Krabs and stuff and tried to rip him off with the mech suit and stuff. Yeah, and they fight him. Yeah. In I think it was Bree. I think it was Bree and Mush that fight the crab mech character, the crab guy. Yeah, and his mech and stuff. Yeah, I guess they do fight boss characters. I guess Mr. Dr. Senti is a boss character too because they technically fight him too. Yeah, and Bree kicked his butt and stuff. Pretty funny. Yeah. Here's Ryan the Dragon that I usually draw as well. I did redesign him a little bit because I didn't want to just draw the short face drawing I usually do, the short nose drawing. I wanted to draw him in a longer snout this time and give him a fang and stuff to make him more dragon like compared to other dragons. Because in the other drawings I did, I kind of did like same face syndrome. Like I drew him like the short face that I usually draw on most of my other characters. Yeah, the same face syndrome. I can go back. Let me see. I can go back. Let me see. No, not this one. Let's see, can go back. Yeah, this face. This is the last drawing I did of Ryan because he has the same face as like as as Delta the Emperor Plane Lady. This technically have the same face and stuff. This one only has a nose like a nose towards it and stuff. Yeah. They have the same face syndrome. So I decided to redraw him a little bit, different nose and different snout and stuff to make him more dragon-like. So I believe that both Rex and Haku had that drawing. Haku, the sea dragon, and Rex, the land dragon. I think they see the same face too. So I decided to just redraw him again, different style. Yeah, Rex, Ryan the dragon. Here's the Axe Knight warrior character. I like the draw as well. I did kind of mess up his drawing a little bit. I drew him, I drew his head similar to the Sword Knight character, as you see here. I did corrections on it. Yeah, I didn't realize I drew like the Sword Knight's face over the Axe Knight warrior's body. Because these are technically two different characters. The Sword Knight robot and the Axe Knight robots are technically two different characters. I didn't realize that when I drew them. Yeah. It's the problem with drawing so many characters that you don't remember all their art stuff, especially if it's a character you didn't draw in a while. Yeah, so many characters that I'll often forget the certain style or certain drawings I did of those characters and stuff. Yeah. It's not like a simple character like say Figgy the Squirrel, who her character design is so simple that I recognize her drawings like that. But in terms of Axe Knight character, a more diesel character might be harder to remember. I mean, character design might be harder to remember. Yeah. Here's the Android lady character I drew the other day. I think I drew her digitally and then I uploaded it to Newgrounds. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you can say I should cover this, but yeah, it's not revealing. It's not too revealing, I guess. Yeah, because technically this would be technically pants. But she could technically be wearing pants and stuff on this drawing too. Yeah, but she's an Android robot, so she's more anthropomorphic compared to most drawings I do of other characters and stuff. So I don't think I'll consider this like new drawing, but I guess it technically is. But she's a robot, so it's not like a naked human character. Yeah, I guess you can get away with nudity on YouTube. I'm not sure, as long as you're not depicting anything sexual with them. Speaking of characters I didn't draw in a while, here's Moon the Cats from Cat Island Adventures, the comic that I did. I didn't draw her in a while, honestly. It's a cat. It's a cat girl character with a hoodie and stuff. And a hoodie dress, I guess? Yeah. It's kind of like I based a character off of Tao Kaka from Blaze Blue. You guys know what Blaze Blue is. Blaze Blue is that anime fighting game where all the characters, all these crazy characters fighting each other. I guess it's like similar to Tekken, but it's like more anime-X. It's more anime-like. Or I guess it is. I guess it's the anime version of Tekken, I guess. It's a fighting game and stuff. Yeah, I really love the characters from those characters, especially Tao Kaka, who's just a dumb cat girl character in a cat hoodie. And she's like from the Kaka clan. She's kind of a funny character. Yeah. I think she's friends with Dr. Lai Chi. And she also like pretends to attack Ragna. Oh no, Ragna. Ragna is his name. Ragna's the guy with the huge sword and stuff. And I guess he's the half angel, half human character, I guess. I'm not sure if he is. I think he's either an angel or a robot, or half robot. I guess technically he's a cyborg. Yeah, it kind of does sound a little bit. Yeah, because I really love the characters from Blaze Blue, so I based one of the character designs off of the characters from Blaze Blue and stuff. Blaze Blue was just one of those games I used to watch all the time. People play all the time, but I never actually played the game. Yeah. Well, since I have a Switch now, I can technically buy a Blaze Blue to play games and play. Because I miss playing fighting games with my brothers and sisters back then. Because I'm no longer a kid anymore. I no longer live with them. So, yeah, they're technically move away and doing their own stuff. So I'm not able to play games with them as much anymore. Which is pretty much a shame. It's kind of a shame. But I am able to play my games with my I guess I'm able to play games with them. We get our get-togethers and stuff. Yeah, I kind of does sound a little bit. Yeah. Here's Moon the cat. I guess her name is Moon because she has like a dark moon-like coloring in the actual comic. Yeah, she has like a dark blue, like moonlight kind of color. I guess moonlight is kind of the color of the character. Technically, it's a moonlight, like dark bluish kind of color. That's why I named her that. Yeah. Here are some dragon drawings. Speaking of saving fish syndrome, I kind of just did that right here with Haku. I guess he technically I originally already designed them like that way. Similarly, yeah. Here's Haku, and Electra, and Merlin, and the dragon characters. Uh, I guess um, Haku is a sea dragon, Electra is an electric dragon, and Merlin's a fairy dragon. Yeah, yeah. Electra has electric powers and stuff. It's very cool, like a cool combination between the Asian dragon and like a traditional dragon. Yeah, these are my dragon drawing characters. I definitely should include more characters on one page instead of just dedicating one page to one character at least. Yeah. Or at least if I would dedicate a page to one character, the character drawing needs to be bigger. Yeah. So it's not just boring and stuff. Yeah, I just did it right here with Tiger the cat from Kyle Richards as well. I guess he's more like a saber-tooth tiger character. I guess he's mutated to be that way. He's from Kyle Richards too. I named him Tiger because he's a saber-tooth tiger. Yeah. Yeah. I technically have two saber-tooth tiger characters. I'll show him. Well, the character that's coming up is another saber-tooth tiger character that I also came up with. That I also draw a lot too, but he's coming up in a minute. Why? Well, in the meantime, he's Tiger from Kyle Adventures and stuff. He's happy. Yeah. Here's Bree from Karate Bugs. He's just chilling. Yeah, I guess I featured her in the new Chronicles episode, like teaching Mush how to use his powers and stuff. Because I guess out of all the characters, technically out of all the four warriors that Mr. Anton is teaching, she's technically the only one that has powers. Technically, yeah. I said technically twice. Dang it. Well, she's the one that technically has powers and stuff compared to the others. Yeah, I guess you can say Brutus has super strength because he's a rhinoceros beetle. Yeah, but other than that, she's the one that actually has any like actual powers and stuff. She has like she's a moth. She has like wind powers and stuff. Yeah, because moths usually have like large wings and stuff. So kind of cooler to use. Like I guess you can say it's more like using Hurricane from Pokemon. She typically use that and stuff. Yeah, I guess you consider like a bug flying type Pokemon. Yeah, watch out for stuff rocks. Here's a turtle kaiju from here's a turtle kaiju from Colton and his Kaiju. There's another comic I did. It's more like a one-off comic I usually did. There's a turtle kaiju just waking up from his slumber and falls in love with a dragon lady, who was also friends with Colton, who's the Kapora fighter. Yeah. I guess his story is a little similar to Dragon Ball because of Goku and his flying Nimbus, because the martial arts characters talking to dragons and stuff. So I kind of based it off of Dragon Ball a little bit in like Godzilla and stuff. Yeah. I just love kaijus in general, so I just based the character off of that. Like this is more turtle-like given the other kaijus and stuff. I mean, he is technically a turtle, so he's just a giant turtle, like standing upright. Yeah. Here's a live drawing of a cheetah. The live drawings. I can actually see this in motion. I can see it running. I can at least imagine him running during the African like savannah plain and stuff, chasing the impala and stuff. Pretty cool. I should definitely do my live drawings. I don't think I'll go as crazy as doing like 20 live drawings of characters, because that'll be too much, and live drawings are pretty much hard to do, especially when you're not doing videos of them. Yeah, I usually dedicate one live drawing to a day, because too much of them will hurt my hand a little bit while I'm drawing them, especially doing these realistic drawings in general. Yeah, it's a live drawing of Cheetah running. Here's a character I didn't draw on the wall either. Fang, the dragon. Well, yeah, Fang the Dragon. I guess it's more like a digital dragon, just like Ryan is, but he's more Bitapal compared to Ryan. Yeah, I guess he was what's called the Grand Dragon, but I name him Fang instead. There's really nothing grand about him. He's just more fierce than the other dragons. Yeah, I guess he's more intimidating. I guess if he was a Pokemon, he would be like a dragon flying type with intimidate, kind of like what Salamence is. And by the way, Salamence is my favorite Pokemon, just on the backstory alone. Yeah. Bagon having a dream of flying, so he throws himself off cliffs in order to achieve that dream. And when he actually achieves that dream, it's very wholesome and stuff. Yeah. Like Bagon achieve his dream of actually flying, so when it comes to Salamence. It's pretty funny. And he evolves into, and I guess Bacon evolves to Shelgon, so he have a better impact. He will survive the impact better. So when he actually evolves to Salamence, he actually achieves his dream of flying. Yeah, it's favorite Pokemon. I guess my favorite Pokemon when I was a kid used to be Porygon, because I used to love the concept of a robot Pokemon. But like, Porygon is hard to get in the normal games. Yeah, especially Porygon, especially his evolution Porygon 2. It's just hard to get in general. So yeah, I just went along the Bagon instead. Yeah. Here's some Ichthyosaurs. I guess you can tell it's an ichthyosaur with a long snout compared to like an actual dolphin. In the back limb right here, the back fin right here, dolphins usually don't have that. Yeah, I guess they had convergent adaptation with dolphins in general. They're ichthyosaurs. Yeah, it's a marine reptile that looks exactly like a dolphin. I guess they came first because they're technically. I guess like dolphins are like ichthyosaurs since they're the ones that technically came first. Yeah, they technically adapted first and came along first. So during the Jurassic period. I guess it's during dinosaur times. They're usually what marine reptiles usually wear. And dolphins usually just have convergent adaptation to look exactly like them. I guess it's just see animals in general. Yeah, pretty weird. I guess it's kind of like similar to what mongooses are to ferrets because they too have convergent adaptation. Even though they're two completely different animals, weasels are more closely related to dogs, while mongooses are more closely related to cats. It's kind of like that, but it's more marine life. Here's Megan from Scrapper Discovery, just laughing. I guess she's listening to a story. I guess Josh is telling like a funny story to her, and she's just laughing as he's telling the story to her. Yeah, I do text of her laughing too. Yeah. Here's Cat Badger from Cat Badger and Bunny Dog. I guess I didn't. I guess I just drew my pants and shoes and stuff. I didn't draw him an actual shirt because there are hard drawings I did of him, or there's animation I did with him. He's more like four-legged. I guess I made him more anthropomorphic, like when I made the comic of him. Yeah, it's Cat Badger. You think he looks like Star Fox in here? I'm not sure. He looks like he looks like he looks like Raditz from Dragon Ball Z. That's what he looks like. I guess he's like the animal version of Raditz. With long hair and stuff. Yeah. Speaking of saber-tooth characters I mentioned earlier, here's Solomon from I guess I guess he's the character that I just drew a lot and include him in a comic. I included him in both Werewolf and Fucking Force. Yeah, he's just a saber-tooth tiger character that I just wanted to draw, like a martial arts one. Yeah. I just kept on drawing him a lot, and it was a very cool character design, so I just include him in the story. I named him Solomon because Solomon's a pretty cool name, especially for like a very masculine, very like regal name. Solomon, yeah, very cool name by the way. Solomon the saber-tooth tiger. Here's a moss lady who I like to draw a lot too, and I guess I included her in Funko Force 3, which is age restricted, by the way. It's something. It's not anything actually sexual in that comic. It's just that it's very base. Very. Uh, I guess this character's making out pretty much. They're fully clothed and they're making out and stuff. And I think with YouTube nowadays, I can't feature that either. I mean, it's not like it's anything like softcore nonsense or anything like that. Yeah, it's not actually sexual, just characters just kissing and making out and stuff. And I didn't want to just feature it. I guess the story was too taboo to be like a normal comic on YouTube, or at least like a normal comic that at least I had the age restricted at least because the topic was at least taboo, not the so much making out characters making out and stuff. I guess you can get away with that on YouTube, but I guess the subject matter was too touchy, so I age restricted it and stuff. Funk Force 3. Here's a mech suit, and not a mech suit, like a mech, like a non-human mech. Because I just looked up mech designs on Google, and there's so many mech designs I can choose from. I just went with the one with the large legs and stuff, like dinosaur like, and weapons and stuff. So I just drew it, and it looks cool that way. Very cool. Very cool. I really like how it came out. Honestly, his legs are supposed to be larger, as you can see here. I made corrections in here. His legs are supposed to be larger in that, but I made them smaller to match with the body. Yeah, mech and stuff. He's definitely more mech-like compared to my other mech design. I guess because my original mech design, my other mech design was too simple, so I decided to more detailed one. Here's a character that I didn't draw in a while. For those of you who don't know, this Eagle Wing from this character that was originally from Eagle Knight, when Eagle Knight was called Jetman, I think. Because Eagle Knight was originally called Jetman, and it was on my last YouTube channel that before the channel got deleted. Yeah, it was a character. It was called Jetman. I was making like Jetman episodes, and I originally renamed it. I really revamped it to Eagle Knight when my new channel when I had to make my new channel and stuff. This was a character originally from one of those episodes and stuff before the channel got taken down and stuff. I think this was before I made Newgrounds too, so I wasn't able to feature the episodes on Newgrounds either. Yeah, because it's just like Pat the Pummeler is. Pat the Pummeler, I used to call Pat the Pummeler segments. I used to like Eagle Knight drawings as well. This is Eagle Wing, was supposed to be the psychic of Eagle Knight. If I do make if I do make future episodes, if there's more demand for Eagle Knight to a point that I had to make future episodes of, maybe I'll include him in one Eagle Knight and stuff. Eagle Wing. He's like an angel with one wing. And not the one wing angel, Sephiroth from Final Fantasy, and this is his own character and stuff. Yeah. So that's been part 6 of my Strathmore sketchbook. This moments I just dozed off, I just wanted to talk and stuff. Yeah. I really have fun making these sketchbook tours. I want to make more of these too. I guess it's just the name. I guess these sketchbook tours usually don't do well anymore because it's just the name of my sketchbook, just Strathmore. Yeah, I guess it's too long of a name to look up and stuff. Yeah. So that's been part 6 of my Strathmore sketchbook. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and that's it.